Have you heard that January 13th, Friday, we're going to have a game night for all the Sage Hills Kids team and their family. So we want you to be a part of that. If you can come, we're going to serve chili for dinner, and you guys are bringing the toppings and the snacks for the game time. We'll have table games, card games, whole group games, so a lot of fun. It's just a time to hang out and celebrate the new year. We're starting a new unit called Hanging Out with Jesus, and our first story is about Jesus calling the disciples. The wonder truth is that God calls us, and we're reading Luke 5, so you can see all of those things. The big question is, if you could follow anyone around, any person for a day, who would it be, and what would you do with this person? So as kids are coming, over here is a coloring sheet so they can start coloring, and when you've got a group of kids, go ahead and ask that question and they can start answering it. And then the activity, you're gonna have to practice this. So take a moment, because you are gonna have them do what you say, not what you do. You're gonna say, spin in a circle, but what you're gonna do is jump up and down. So it's one of those Simon Says, but it's the tricky one. So they're learning to follow what they hear, not what they see. So that is the game. And then remember, these are the ways they get the points. And I would just, to keep this from being really a long process, I would just, if kids bring their Bibles, put a hash mark there. If they bring a friend, put a hash mark there. If they say the Bible verse from last lesson, put a hash mark there. And then when you're doing points, all you have to do is like, hey, raise your hand if you're here, and you count all the kids who are here, and then you add 1, 2, 3. That way you're not waiting for the kids who, I know the Bible verse, but then it takes them a little while to get on. The clue with working with kids is keeping them engaged. And so when, yeah, so that's just an easy way to get your points done. Remember, you're gonna welcome new friends, birthdays, God moments, curiosity questions. So you've got a lot to do in the first 20 to 30 minutes. So you'll go in and you'll tell you'll hear the story about Jesus, watch the video. And when you come back, here we're entering a new Bible verse. So it is John 3:16 and 17. That makes me so happy. That they're including both of them. I would love the kids to know this Bible verse, but they're kind of doing a Lectio Divina where they look at the verse and they see what stands out. It's a quieter activity. With the younger kids, you're gonna wanna read with them. And then for the response, if you have your phone, if you could play, I will send you a link to the I Will Follow. And then you could play that song while they walk around. In the corner of each of your rooms, do you see that? Woo, family. You're gonna talk about all the different people we can pray for in these areas. So in your community, and they can just walk around, and here you are with the school. So kind of, I would talk about who would we pray for at the school, who would we pray for community, and then give them the time of the song to go around and pray for each of them. So that is your lesson for this week, and I am just thankful for you, and I pray that you are having a great weekend, and we'll see you on Sunday.